Hello everyone, it's Alina. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. On today's episode of General Hospital, Port Charles comes together to bid farewell to Spencer, while Finn is taken aback by Gregory's unexpected decline in health, and Willow encourages Michael to make amends with Sunny. When Cyrus and Laura get to the cemetery, they place white roses on a newly prepared grave before Kevin and Laura follow suit. As Sunny, Ava, and others come to lay flowers on the grave, Alexis reads Spencer's eulogy. Sam, Dante, Joss, Christina, Gregory, Finn, Liz, and Cam are all there, as are Trina, Portia, and Curtis. Trina and Cam share an embrace as Alexis delicately places the last rose on the table. Cam tells Trina he's so sad for her loss, but she too is sorry for him as Spencer, Joss, and Cam have been friends since they were youngsters. After Trina and Joss embrace Cam, he wonders if he'll run into Trina at Windermere. Cam assures Trina that she can seek for help if she needs it since she isn't sure she can manage it. Given that Windermere was Spencer's only true home, Laura expresses her gratitude to Alexis for the touching eulogy and to Ava for accommodating the gathering at Windermere. Trina, who Ava checks on, says she's feeling cold. Even though Ava is full of things to say, Trina tells her she doesn't need to say anything because she has always been at her side. Ava says she'll always be here for her. Ava invites her and Portia to Windermere, but Portia says they think they are heading home. Liz talks with Cam on losing his oldest friend, and he comments he was his oldest adversary too. Liz will never forget their competition over Emma. Cam heads to his grandma, and Liz tells Finn she has stuff to take care of before returning home. Laura tells Cam how thrilled she is to have him here. Cam has missed her, and he and Laura head to the car. Kevin tells them he'll catch up as he has to take care of things. Finn notices his dad is deep in thought. Gregory says he always wanted to be cremated, but now he feels he wants a site and a plaque his sons can gather at in the future. Finn says he doesn't need to think about that, but he claims it's all he can think about. Suddenly Gregory begins to have an episode. Liz kneels at another cemetery with a small marker for Esma. Kevin joins her and places a rose on the grave. Liz and Kevin at Esma's marker GH. Trina, Portia, and Curtis return home, and Trina gets a letter from the Sorbonne indicating they'll spare a space for her next semester. However, she has no intention of returning to Paris, and she's also not going back to PCU. She says school and everything else is meaningless. Curtis warns her now isn't the time to make life-altering decisions. Later, Trina decides to take a walk by the lake alone and heads off. She finds the turtle dove in her jacket pocket and remembers when Spencer gave them to her. At Windermere, Ava has put together an album of images of Spencer that she uncovered while packing up. The doorbell rings and Ava goes to answer it. Meanwhile, everyone speaks about Spencer and how they can't believe he's gone. Ava answers the door to see Cyrus there. Ava tells Cyrus he's not wanted here, but he maintains he came for his sister. Laura approaches and gives Ava the okay to let him in. Ava rushes off, and Cyrus says he wasn't expecting such hatred on a day like today. Laura questions why he would anything else. Laura informs Cyrus that he injured a lot of people, and when people see him they think, he says, a monster. Is that how you perceive me too? Cyrus decides to head out and reminds her that he cares about her and wants to do right by her, and is convinced that one day she'll recognize that. Joss and Cam comfort one another, and she admits that he really inspired Spencer and made him a better person. Sam tells Dante he's free to grieve too, he's not on duty today. Dante is worried about his father at the time and fills Sam in on the FBI investigating Sunny's shooting, and John Cates is the primary investigator who has a grudge with his dad. Sam assumes Sunny doesn't know, and precisely on cue he steps up and asks, Sunny doesn't know what? What aren't you telling me? Dante says there are more individuals than Anna and Jordan looking into the Metro Court shooting, and it's an ongoing investigation so we can't talk about it. Sunny chooses to head away, and thanks Ava for hosting them all. Meanwhile, Dante asks Sam if he made a mistake not telling Sunny, but Sam feels it's a good thing he didn't tell his dad about the FBI's involvement. Dan fears Sunny might not approve when he finds out. Cam and Joss head off, and Joss wishes they could have seen one another under not such dreadful circumstances. Cam agrees but is delighted they did see one another. Sunny heads to his office and checks in with Brick over the phone, but Brick doesn't have anything yet. He wants to know who the traitor is so he can deal with him. Back at the cemetery, Kevin reveals he didn't expect to see Liz at Esm's grave. Liz knows Esm created suffering for Cameron, but she also returned that grief in helping Nicholas hold her captive. Kevin felt sad for Esm, who was the most alone person he ever knew. Suddenly Heather is arrived in shackles, and she collapses in grief on Esm's grave. Heather cries that she attempted to urge her daughter to forget about Spencer and bide her time until she could help her find her baby again. Heather doesn't see why Esm went after Spencer, he was never worth it, and laments her baby must be so cold, swept out to sea. Liz tells Heather that she's sorry for her loss. Heather tells Liz she admires her, she gave Esm a fighting chance in this world by protecting her from Nicholas. Heather lashes out at Kevin, stating Esm would still be alive if not for him. Liz defends Kevin and says he attempted to help Esm. Heather continues to yell at Kevin for protecting Ryan for years, trying to cure him, and unleashing him back into the world where he could get his hands on Esm. She yells, "It's good people like you who destroy lives." Liz assures Kevin he's not accountable for Ryan's conduct. Heather says Liz always wants to see the good in people, but Kevin knows what she's saying is true. Heather worries what will happen to her grandson, and Kevin replies Ace will be well taken care of, and he's in excellent hands with Laura. Heather urges Liz to keep an eye on them, and tells Kevin to do better by Ace than he did Esm, or there will be hell to pay. Heather bends down and kisses Esm's marker before she's transported back to Pentonville. Elsewhere, Gregory urges Finn to talk to him and distract his mind off the show. Finn talks about Violet, and as Gregory calms down, Finn wonders whether this has happened before. Gregory confesses it has, and the last time Tracy ticked him off that badly to help him forget about the episode. Finn wants him to go to the hospital, but Gregory refuses. Finn grows outraged at his dad for withholding symptoms from him, and he tries to help him. Gregory claims he wants to save him, but nobody can. Gregory only wants an honest and loving connection with him in the time he has left, and they embrace. Liz rejoins Finn, while Gregory is in the car. Finn knows his dad is getting worse, and he had an episode today. She tells him that she's very sorry. Finn knows his dad won't be able to look after himself much longer. At the gatehouse, Michael wipes Amelia's spit-up off himself and remembers he sent Wiley to school without his workbook. Willow arrives home from work, and he wonders how she makes it appear so easy. She claims there is no secret, simply having a lot of support. Willow checks on Amelia and then finds Michael browsing through Wiley's workbook. She notices he is in no haste to get to work and wonders if he's still experiencing troubles with Drew. Michael claims he isn't, nevertheless. Drew begged him to help him get back at Minna, but he said no. She believes he had to be tempted, and he acknowledges he was, but he doesn't want to risk losing his family again. Willow thanks him as it meant a lot to her that he backed his words up with deeds. Willow says it's not just them who need to recover, he and his father do too. She adds he can't avoid Sunny forever, and this isn't their first conflict. Michael hasn't seen his father since Bobby's burial. Willow pushes him not to give up on his father. Michael heads out to work. Alone, Willow goes through family photos on a tablet and seems conflicted as she glances out the window. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please click like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.